What's going on, guys? Kyle from Ocean State Merchants back with another What Sold For You video for you guys. So today is going to be a little bit hectic for me. It's been kind of a hectic week. Obviously, we're getting closer to that Christmas holiday, the holiday season. So sales have been good, which is a good thing. We have 26 sales on my new eBay, 4 sales on my old one. I have 4 Mercari sales and 1 Poshmark order, all within like the last 2 days. I packed Monday afternoon, and today is Thursday, like 8 o'clock in the morning. So these are all the sales. We had 1 sale come through this morning. So happy with the progress we've had. We've seen some killer sales, volume at least. I definitely need to get some more quality up there. Definitely lacking a little bit on that, but have a little bit to go. Currently doing a storage unit. So right behind me, you can see all the crap from that. I have a lot of bags in here that I just need to take to donation. Totes that I'll end up selling. I sell them for like $1 each. Like this unit probably has like 10 of the same nicer black totes that you can kind of see right behind me there. I'll put those in just a big stack of $10 each. So on Facebook Marketplace, get those moved, but I'll work on that today. My daughter's also home with me. She had surgery on her throat and she got tubes in her ears. She just turned 3, so just had that surgery about a month ago. Today's her follow-up appointment, and then she has a speech thing. So no school for her. She's home with me today, so trying to squeeze some work in between that. I have about an hour until I have to be showered and out of the door and on my way to her first appointment. So show you guys everything that we sold. First thing that we got, Poshmark order. This is Figment. This came from an awesome sale. So this lady, this was the first thing I picked up at the yard sale and said, how much is this? And she said $5. I was like, old school Mickey tag there. I knew it was older. I know Figment's good, but I didn't know like exactly what years. I'm not a big plush stuffy person, so I was like, okay. And I started putting stuff together, and I grabbed. All right, so I didn't know exactly. So I put all this together, and then I put a little pile together. She had like a lot of old plush, and then some old like board games, stuff like that. I was a little scared of what this pile of cost was going to be. I probably had at this point like 20 items in this sale. And she said, how about $15 for everything? So I was like, all right, not where I thought we were going to go. All right. So just a couple interruptions already, only 2 minutes in. But yeah, so a crazy deal. This sold for $16, so that recovers pretty much everything from it. I've already made my money on that. So you had some like old school Barbie games, stuff like that. Like I made a pretty penny on that lot. I didn't know exactly how great it was going to be. All right. Back again. So killer deal, great yard sale, $16 on that. Next thing we sold, 4 Mercari sales, mostly ornaments. I think all ornaments here. So we got, first up, if it can focus, just a dog keepsake ornament. Put a picture of your dog in it. This thing weighs a decent amount for an ornament. Box is a little stained, never used. Sold that for $7. We got a Santa, same person bought 2 of these. Now I got to figure this out on Mercari. I don't use Mercari a ton. And I've had some new things happen for me on Mercari. First, someone that did a bundle deal bought 2 different ornaments and then didn't actually bundle them. So I'm paying the fees. I have to put them in separate boxes. Kind of, I'm going to use the word obnoxious. It's not really obnoxious by the buyer, but I need to find a way that I can bundle this. So eBay, obviously, I can put the 2 labels together and I can just, mark, hey, this is the actual tracking number on this box. So I can use just 1 box. I don't know how to do that on Mercari. I'm going to play around with it, see if it's possible. I don't know if it is, but Santa and reindeer beers. It's a beer ornament being pulled, and then this is just a rain beer ornament. Same person came in and bought both of them. 1 for $7, 1 for $5. After the Mercari fees on the $5 one, I'm making like $3. You figure the box is probably like 50 cents. I'm walking away with like $2.50. I did it because obviously the holiday season's going by, so it's at the point now where I just gotta move it. But not my strongest sale in the world there. Last thing I sold, this went for $20. So baby's first Christmas, Winnie the Pooh there. And this is the year 2020. So we got a ton of ornaments from our kids first being born. A bunch of people got us different ornaments. So we got rid of some of them. And that's just one of the ones that we happened to get rid of. Next up, so this is going to be my new eBay sales. And then I'll go through all my older stuff. And I might actually have one more Mercari sale. I don't know. Oh, this is it. So I feel like there should be another Mercari sale. This is a lot of old antique door pulls, doorknobs, stuff like that. Not doorknobs, but door pulls, drawer pulls. Sold for $15. So there's 8 of them in there. Good deal for someone, just a bulk lot. They didn't have matches. Usually I try to pair them up, or if they're like intricate, like lions, stuff like that, I'll sell them individually, but they weren't worth a ton, maybe a couple bucks each. Put them in a nice little lot. Someone got a good deal on that if they have the ability to use them. New eBay, the first sale we had, $12.99 free shipping, so super light. This is actually a helipad. It's missing all the stickers. It's in okay condition, not really scratched up, but the ones with the stickers are going for like $17.99 free shipping, so didn't have a lot of room to maneuver in there. So I had it up for $14.99. So when somebody offered for $12 or $12.99, so accepted that. Figure, you know, probably the best offer I'm going to get. It's a part of a big fort that I'm piecing out because the fort's just too big. I've said in my previous video, I just sold like a jailhouse floor. Way too big to ship in just one for the value it is. The pieces, people are looking for just like 1 or 2 pieces, and a lot of these people will create stickers for this kind of stuff. So nothing great in that. Like, all those pieces aren't going to get me a ton of money, but it does get me a little bit. I go to I'm really into sports cards, as I've said before. I go to my card shop, and next to my card shop is a Salvation Army. Last time I went, I pop in real quick. I'm not a big, especially in this area, our thrift stores don't have a ton as far as like value. I'm not a big clothing person, so I don't know the brands. I'm not good enough for that stuff. So it has to really pop out. Most of the time they're scooped up. But I did go to the thrift store just because I was there. Found this spider jacket. It was $16.99, but it was the right time of season. You know, big thick winter jacket. I figured I'd take a shot on it. I figured I could get at least like 25, 30 bucks for it. Ended up selling for $45. So good sale, move quick. Nice little profit. Made me a little bit of extra money while I was at the card shop. So happy with that sale. Next up, it's the time of season. Patriots are playing well. I've had this for like 2 years. I've never listed this thing. I listed it last year, like off season, figuring, oh, I'll sell it. And then I moved. I took everything off my eBay store and redid everything. And this sold for $66.49. So I got this for $10 at a yard sale. But I've had it for a while. It's moved with me. Pretty big. Found it in my basement doing some clean outs. It's kind of hidden under my stairs. Next thing I sold was a pair of jeans. So these are Stacy Boot cut Rock Revival jeans. Sold it for $17.99. Unfortunately, those also sold on Poshmark and have already been shipped. I'm going to have to refund the person. That's the first time I'm going to have to do that on my new eBay. I've also been really focusing on cleaning up my eBays. I'm going to talk about that. I may have talked about that actually in the video before this. But trying to clean that up, trying to get things going. So came up with some new systems to avoid having double sales because the auto delist for me on Vendu is just not working. I think I had 10 things sell yesterday that didn't get delisted and like 10 things that were delisted. So it's just, I don't understand it. It's just so sporadic. It's a little frustrating. PS3, so sold this for $70. It's tested, working. Comes with the cables to get it up and running. We got HDMI and a power cord. Nothing else, no controller, no nothing. So $70 for system only. Sold this Batman comic book, $5.99 plus shipping on top there. As I said before, doing a big sale with comic books. Happy to see all that stuff moving. So I have thousands and thousands of comic books, well into the profit. So any sale is a good sale. I wanted to average $3 a book. I think I'm well over that average because $3,000 a book would have made me like $1,500 on the buy. So still crushing it there. Xbox 360, this is a complete system with game and controller. So sold that. Comes with your power cords in one bag. And then we got controller and Grand Theft Auto episodes from Liberty City. So that was sold all in one package. $75 plus shipping on top for that sale there. Next up, we have 3 anime Funko Pops. These guys had like no value. They're all loose. I put them up, I think, for like $8. Someone sent me an offer for $5, and I took it. Like, they just don't have a ton of value. All said and done, I'll probably walk away with just like a couple bucks on it. But a quick sale on them. I'm going to say a quick sale. Yeah, they weren't up. I was thinking that maybe I delisted and relisted them because there is a lot of stuff that I've done that with. But they've been up I just put them up recently, and they didn't move fairly quickly. And probably could have got the full ask for it, but I just wanted to get them moving. Sold what is this? Six spoons. You're not going to be able to see it through the plastic, but flatware, as I've said before, not a huge thing of mine. My wife did a ton of it. For some reason, I'm selling a lot of it right now. People are getting ready for their holiday season getting some replacements, I think. 6 spoons for $14.99 plus shipping on top for that. Sold this Nike. This Nike hoodie's pretty sick. I thought about keeping it, to be quite honest. So orange Nike hoodie. It's got the like graphics on the sleeves, if I can grab a sleeve here. So just like a side graphic there, and then on this one it has, someplace it has the check marks going on, yeah. Check marks going down the side, and just another graphic, and then big hit of Just Do It on the back. This sold for $13.99 plus shipping. It did have a stain in the middle, so I did point that out. Nothing crazy, just a little small stain right in the chest. Sold within the night I listed, so definitely a little too low on that one, but it did sell. Got $19.75 for these Ninja Turtle lot, so we got all 4 of them. Some of them are taped on, so the card fell off. Like this one has a big piece of tape on the side, and then going onto the back, you can see it a little bit better. But 2 of them were taped back on. The cards aren't horrible. If you're looking just to display it on a shelf, it doesn't look that bad, but it definitely is damaged. So I had that originally up for $29.99. Had really no interest. No one was biting on it. That did have offers on it. I didn't get a single offer until I got that $19.75, and I just said, time to move it. I'm into it for $10 at a yard sale, so double my money. Happy with that. And that's probably, I put $10 shipping on that. There's no way that's going to ship at $10, so I'll probably make a little bit of money on the shipping as well. It's a Victor Jet from G.I. Joe. This sold for $12.99. Missing some stuff. Only has 1 missile on the bottom. Cockpit's a little scuffed up, beat up. Back here has the cockpit that's not too bad. Just needs to be cleaned up a little bit. Overall, not in horrible condition, but definitely missing a lot of pieces. So $12.99 on that one. That was kind of like a cover amount. So I'm into all those for $15. I want to say, I can't remember if it's $10 or $15 a piece. But there were a lot of things I was listing at $15 that pretty much really go break even. There were some that were a couple $100, so made money on the buy all in all, but some of those you're selling pretty much for a loss and or break even. This is like a little Turkish mosaic lamp. So it has the bulb inside, turn it on, lights up a little bit. Sold that for $19.99. Didn't have that very long, so that's one of the ones I'm a little bit surprised on with how much we got going on there. All right, we're back. Took a quick break, just went to go double check on my daughter. She's been quiet lately, so just making sure she's into Spider-Man, zoned out watching him. I don't even think she realized I walked in the house. So got this little like 3-inch nutcracker. It's a pretty heavy brass piece. I think it's a stocking like topper. You're supposed to screw onto the top of a stocking holder. So that sold for $14.99, listed for like 2 or 3 days and sold quickly. Got tons of these Conan the Barbarians. This is number 45. So this is just version I. This helps me make sure I get the one that I actually pictured. But sold this one for $4.99 plus shipping. Anything $4.99 that I'm listing is going to be things that like doesn't even get put away. It's sold already. They're going to be things that I think will sell within probably like a month really fast. So if it's like $4.99, it seems like it's a slow moving book. I'm putting those in lots, and those lots are going to come be listed fairly shortly. So you'll probably start seeing some of those bigger lots coming through. Next thing we sold, 30 pairs, 6 comic books. This is $10.99 for 6 of them. So once again, this is kind of the lot idea. Books that maybe not as much value, put them in a little lot and sell them. I've officially separated every single book I have. I think I have 10 to 12 more short boxes in my office that are just full with these lot books. And they're now separated by DC, Marvel, and independent ones. So I'll go through. There's still going to be some good ones. There's still going to be like Spawn. I haven't put much stock into. Red Sonja, I know, is a good one to lot up. I got plenty of her kind of stuff. So I could be butchering that name. Not 100% sure how to say that. So we still got plenty of room on it. Still going to see some good sales on them. Just I'll have to do a little bit more research, and I'll probably try to put them together. Unless there's some crazy book that goes for like crazy money, but I don't think we're going to run into a situation with that lot. Someone came in and bought both of these. So we got these sun ornaments. So a little snowman and a snowflake. The snowman spins on a little axis there. And sun little ice cream cone here. The 2 of those sold for $15.98. And this is the thing where in eBay, someone was able to lot these up. I got to refund them the difference in shipping. But I do like that aspect for eBay comparative to Mercari. All right, up next, I had to go grab this because I forgot. This is one of the things I forgot to pull. But we got a X-Wing fighter. This is like a little brass piece. Let's see. I can't remember who this is made from. I don't think it has it on there. But a little pewter brass piece. This sold for $75 with the stand. It is numbered to 15,000, so obviously not a super short print or short run here. The small pieces went for really well. So this is the highest piece for 70 bucks. The lowest piece I think went for 30. We had I forget what I'm not a big Star Wars person, but I think it was Darth Vader's like ship. That went for like 50 bucks. And then I have two huge pieces. I don't know if you can even see them. They're up here someplace. But they, one's one of the AT walkers, and the other one is just a bigger version of this. No, it's a bigger version of the, I don't know. But the two of those are, like, I have them listed for 200, but the sales are wild. Their sales up to 210, their sales as low as 120. Condition doesn't seem to factor too much. Nobody really kind of lists condition there. And they all seem like they're in, collectible, just sat there kind of condition. So not really sure where we're going to stand on that one. But I think they're going to be a little bit slower just because of those sales. You got to find the right person. But something like this, for instance, $70 for that. Can't complain. A nice sale there. Just listed this the other day. This is a kind of a weird one. So this is an vintage umpire counting. So balls and strikes. It's got a little bit of rust there in the back there. If it's branded, like Spalding or something like that, these things will go for like $20, $30. So if you ever run into like an old school counter for that, for umpires, I would pick it up. Even this sold for $6.99. Sold overnight. Fast sale. I was expecting this to kind of be poor condition. The only comp that I saw was branded. It was like $19.99 in good condition. So I decided to list this for $6.99. Probably could have gotten a little bit more because it sold so quick. Lots of random sales today. This is just a basic shirt. It says positive. It's a little reggae cat here. Size large t-shirt, came from a storage unit. Anything graphic that seems kind of odd or like, kind of in your face graphic, I would say. I put up, this sold for $8.99 plus shipping. And I sold this within like probably 3 months. So one of these sales selling in 3 months, I'm kind of honestly surprised at the sale. Couple more sales left. We got this pillow. Picked this up for 50 cents. There were two pillows, one with bears on it, one with the duck. The bears sold instantly for like 15 bucks, and then this one sold for 8. I had it up for 10. Someone took an offer, sent me an offer. But double-sided, got two ducks on it. Kind of like that old school cabin, homey kind of feel. So, made a killing on those, $1 for the two, flipped it into $20. I will not complain about a flip like that any day. Next up, we got these 5 brass rings. These are literally shower curtain rings. Just solid brass. I sold the 5 of these for $12.99. I had lots of 7 that I put up for, I think, $20. And I had 5 of them. That's how many come in the box. From West Elm. But someone came in and bought all the complete kits. All 5 of them at 20 bucks each. I made 120 bucks. I'm into these for $5 at a yard sale. So that was an amazing flip. Quick and made a good healthy chunk of money. Last thing on the new eBay, $9.99. Bobby Shuren, just a comic book here, older book in decent condition. A lot of these older like Charlton, Dell comics were in really good condition, so I was able to get a little bit of a premium on them, even the ones that don't seem to have like a sales rate. I can hear my daughter trying to get in. I closed the door this time, so kind of shut her out a little bit. Last 4 sales, and then I'm gonna go hang out with her and get her going. First sale we had, well, one sale I'm not going to show you. So I did get a storage unit that had a lot of, I'm going to say, inappropriate content, male interest content, but really, really premium prices. Like the books, some of the books they had, and some of the stuff like $210 coffee table books. This is a postcard book. Sold for $45. I'm not going to show it. Not the most appropriate name. Nothing too graphic, but just the name on it. Wouldn't want to put that on my YouTube. South Park Season 1. Sold that for $10 plus shipping, sealed. I'm sure that's going to someone for Christmas. These, I don't know what this is. So National Instruments. This came from a marine biology unit. Person, I think, was a professor at the University of Rhode Island, which is a college right down the street from us. I want to say like close to 20 of these. They go anywhere from like $30 to $50, $60, depending on what the model was. They sell super slow, but they sell. I was into that unit for, I think, $210. I had a bunch of, I've said this before, a bunch of tables. I sold all the tables, made my money, and then just all these like things that sell for a healthy amount of money, and they're slow moving. So it's kind of, it's one of them, probably my more profitable units, but very, very slow selling, because, you know, most marine biologists are not jumping on eBay looking for supplies. They're just going through like some sort of supplier. Last up, this thing is huge. This is, I'm not going to open it, but it's a nail gun. Got this and one other at a yard sale. I was hoping to test them out, just never did. I have a buddy that's kind of into that stuff, but didn't really bother him with it. When I bought it, they did say that they, like some sort of ring had to, like an oil ring or something had to be replaced. So I sold them for parts. So I had two of them, were into 10 for both. This person's super close to me. I'll probably make a little bit of money on shipping as well. $23 for shipping. So all in, they were into it for $33. I'm gonna guess it'd probably be $10. So probably sold it closer to that $20 mark, which is why I let it go. I looked to see where they were located, and because they were so close, I accepted the offer. I had it up for 20. But I've had that for almost a year now. So it was time to get rid of that. I sold the smaller one that needed parts for more money and quicker. So kind of a little bit of a indicator for me that bigger doesn't always mean better, especially when it comes to something like a nail gun. But that's everything we sold. So in 2 days, a little over 2 days, I made amazing sales for this new store, and I've really been seeing an uptick in my sales. I want to see a huge push going into the new year and then my next year. I'm going to try to make some lofty goals for myself, because I do eventually want to turn this into a business where maybe I can have employees or a warehouse, stuff like that. But definitely need more savings, more income, more capital before we do get even close to thinking about something like that. But we're going to create goals into the next year where we want to be in that situation, just so I can kind of track something and give me something motivated to go to as far as my reselling journey. If you guys want to follow it, like, comment, subscribe, all that greatly helps me out. And I'll see you guys on the next one.